I know we only have like 10 more minutes left, but I was wondering if I could ask you about one more thing.
Like, did you want to stop playing for a second, or do you want to play this through and talk? Like, what do you want to do?
Oh, yeah, sure, we can stop. We can stop.
Okay.
So, another problem I have is just with killing. I feel like I have like two modes. I have like regular play mode,
Mhm.
and then like I'm looking for a kill mode, and then if I have them up to like 80 or 9, like above 80 or 90,
Mhm.
and I'm like, okay, I want to look for a kill now. I always end up just getting like fucked. If I play like I always do, it's a little safer, but I end up just like getting them to like 150 or something, and then like end up killing them with like F tilt or something.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because when you play against better and better players, that situation is going to happen to you a lot. Okay, I don't know if you watched the, what was it, the Invitational that just happened like this weekend or this past weekend. Larry Lur was in a very similar situation playing as both of our characters, where he had people living to 150 or 170%. And you can't sit here and tell me for a single second that Larry Lur doesn't know how to play the game, or he doesn't know how to get kills, because that's not true. But what does happen is sometimes players they just are never in a bad spot, and it's very hard to find the kill. And I'll even say for myself, there's tons of times where I've been playing against somebody, and the only way I can get a kill is to have them at 160 and get a down tilt, and that's it. And there's other times too where, like, I caught your jump on the right, for example, that was almost a 0 to death. So sometimes you get lucky, you get all the stars align, and you get like a really early kill at like 40, and other times people are out here living, bro. It's like 170, 180, and you can't do anything, because like, okay, eventually you get a back throw and it kills from anywhere, or you get like a forward tilt and it kills from anywhere, or an up tilt, same sort of thing. So I could say, as far as, if kind of touching on what we did before, we're talking about before with the ledge trapping, that's probably, in my opinion, I'd say it's Wolf's greatest strength next to his neutral. His ledge trapping, or not, I guess neutral is very strong, but like ledge trapping is probably his absolute best. And then tech chasing is like right behind it. So if you are knocking people down with down tilt, for example, or like weak nair, and you're getting nothing off of it, I would start to look for those situations as well. Things where you could also be writing down for yourself. If I knock someone down with a sour spot nair and they roll away, can I do anything? If they roll in, can I do anything? Right? Is it like sour spot nair, then run up into like a pivot cancel forward tilt to try and catch them with bad DI? Or sour spot nair and they roll in, so I charge a down smash and they roll into it? Right? You should have these things also written out, even if it feels like it's so obvious. Sometimes you have to like say it to yourself or see it to be like, oh, okay, now I get it. Right? Same thing for me. Like, let's say if I'm ledge trapping someone and I'm trying to get a kill, it's like, okay, well, how can I kill at the ledge? Technically, killing someone like this is not really killing someone at the ledge, right? Like if I get like a downer into a downer, then sure, but to just go out here, this is not really killing someone at the ledge. Killing someone at the ledge would be like down tilting, back airing, F smashing, roll, like a roll read with an up smash, something like that. That's a kill at ledge, right? Or like down smashing the ledge like that. That's a kill at ledge. So if I say, okay, how can I get someone in one of those spots so I can actually use one of those moves? There's two things you have to worry about there. The first one is, do you have a setup for all the different situations? So let's say if someone does a get up attack like this, what do I do to deal with that? Well, I can outspace it with an F smash, or I can come over the top with a down air into a down air, or like a down air into like a RAR back air, right? To deal with get up attack. For neutral get up, I can try and cover them with an F smash as they're getting up, right? Or I can try and catch like down air into down air, same thing, as far as like the neutral get up on the timing before they shield. If they roll from ledge, I can, let's say, dash back and go for an up smash, or I can jump back with a back air like this, or I can go for like a side B into a back air like that, right? And I have to know these things way in advance. If someone jumps from ledge, same thing. I can either go like this and try and catch them at the top of their jump, or I can go back here and try and catch them for landing on the platform or like air dodging like this, right? I need to know these things. So the next part of it is, okay, if I know all those things, that's all good and well. How do I capitalize on the opponent doing any of those things, and can I make them do any of those things? Can I make someone roll? Can I make someone go for get up attack? And another thing too is, let's say if I'm trying to get someone to do something and it's not working, can I capitalize on what they are doing? So if I'm trying to get someone to, like, let's say, go for a get up attack right here, and they just don't do it, right? They just roll through instead. Can I still capitalize on that? Because if I go like this, let's say I want them to go for get up attack, and I just jump over top, get a down into down air, and they're dead. But instead they roll through instead. So I can use this one setup to cover two things. I can go for a get up attack read here, right? Or I can go for a roll read and go like down air, dash back, and as they're rolling, I'm charging an up smash, they roll into it and they die. So you should know those things for yourself too. A big part of this, and I want to just make sure we don't gloss over this at all, a huge part of trying to set up stuff like this is you're going to fail a ton. And it's going to feel like all your ideas are wrong. And the reason why is because if someone just randomly does something, even though you thought you had the read or you're trying to experiment, you're probably going to be wrong more often than not while you're practicing this or you're trying to gain experience. But as you get better and better at it, obviously, like with anything else, you will be more successful with your setups, and you'll also be able to tell more frequently if someone's actually going to fall for a setup.
I guess like even if you miss, you should always do things with intention.
Yeah, I call that trying to be confidently wrong. That's what I would say. With regards for going for reads, be totally fine with being confidently wrong. If I knock you down with the forward tilt, and then I dash back and go for an F smash, and you just roll away from me, well, whatever, I was wrong. But if I dash back and go like this and like jab, because I don't want to be like trapped in a really leggy move. If you roll in and I just jab you like this, it's like I could have killed you, but I got scared. I wasn't confidently wrong, right? Or right. I wasn't confidently wrong or right at all. It's like, so if you're going to commit to something big, let's say if I go like that and you happen to roll away, I'm going to run inside B, right? So if I get that hitbox, it's like, okay, that's not what I wanted, but I got something, I guess. But if you do roll away, you're 100% dead. At 91 as well. I guess side B, RAR back air, goodbye. You're just dead. Yeah, that's a huge part of it. It's knowing your setups, getting your opponent into the spot where you can try your setups, then also fully committing to them, whether you're right or wrong, just to get the experience. It's a huge part of even like going off stage too and trying to catch somebody's jump or trying to go for spikes or especially going for footstools. Bro, I don't know if you've been watching my videos for a long time, but I've been putting a lot of clips, I guess, of me footstooling students or players or whoever it might be. It's been like whatever the video might be. And people will say, how do you get footstools so consistently? It's like, bro, you never saw me fail my footstools, because I used to get reversed like crazy for trying to do that, but I didn't care. I was confidently just going down to the bottom of the blast zone, and I could have spiked them for free, but I went like that instead and did nothing. And then we both made it back, or they footstooled me. It's like, bruh, okay. But eventually got to a point where I can basically footstool anybody, provided that the character doesn't have like 5 jumps, or is Pikachu, or Game & Watch, pretty much. But anybody else. But yeah, it's a huge part of it for yourself, is just making sure that if you want to go for a setup, this is like, I don't know if you've been watching, like, do you know what Nail the Trick is? It was a series that I did back in the day that had to do with like breaking down combos that were not true combos. They were tech chases, they were air dodge reads, they were re-grabs on platforms, or pratfall combos, or footstool stuff. It was all kinds of stuff that was not real, technically, right? There's some true combos, but it was mostly combos that were like Twitter clips, I guess you could say. But the thing is, with these Twitter clip type setups, is if someone gets into a bad spot and they happen to make a mistake, you should know how to capitalize on it. And also don't be afraid to go for those things and have it mess up. Because just because someone could escape it doesn't mean they automatically will. You should see like Tilde. Do you know who Tilde is?
Yeah, the Falcon player.
Okay, yeah. So Tilde is, in my opinion, one of the masters of like Nail the Trick type setups. He does footstool stuff all the time. He does like running on someone's shield and just pushing them and then going back like this and getting like an up smash. It's like, okay, well, how'd you know they were gonna roll? It's like, I didn't. I just did it anyways because I was confidently going for a read. He's caught top players with that. He's caught me with that. Like he pushed, like he was playing Fox and he just pushed me on shield. He pushed me on shield, jabbed once, and then dashed back and up smash, and I just died. It's like, oh, okay. Why did that work? It's like, it's Nail the Trick, bro. Like, what do you mean? It's because of the psychological side of things too. And just the fact that someone has the option to do something perfectly to get out of a situation doesn't mean they're going to play it perfectly, right? There's tons of things you could do that are also wrong in that situation. So just really quickly with something like that, if I was to like jab on shield, dash back and up smash, if you rolled or if you fared out of shield, you'll die in both situations, right? Because you're going to jump over top of me and you get hit, or you roll into it and get hit. That's actually one of the few situations where if you actually put your controller down, you'd survive. A lot of people make fun of like the idea, oh, this will only work if they put the controller down, right? And in some situations, like putting your controller down can save you. That's one of them for sure. You're probably looking for an up tilt there. There's a jump. That should be death.
Peace, God.
So that all happened because you caught your jump, but I also went for a fair, which wasn't going to be true. So if you had air dodged, you would have got past me for free, right? But since you jumped, I caught you. And I did that because I adjusted to the fact that you've been jumping in other spots too. So I had to write down for myself, once upon a time, if someone can get out of this by jumping, how do I stop them?
Okay.
Or how do I punish the jump, I should say, versus letting them jump and get out of it.
That's good actually, because I guess I do a certain thing. Why can't
I'm not.
like
Here's the thing too. You don't have to write it out every single day forever. It's not like you're Bart Simpson or whatever writing on the chalkboard. You know, you don't have to do that or anything. It's more so like once you kind of get it, it's like wow, I can just look at it and be like, I'm almost proud of myself for being able to figure it out, and then you kind of just ingrain it into your memory, right? Nothing wrong with a reminder. Oh God, nothing wrong with the reminder, but even then, like you can just look at your notes again if you really want to. Jump the air dodge. He's dead. Just kidding. My character sucks. You have no jump.
No,
So right there, you had no jump, right?
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. Paying attention to the setup that happened super early. I up tilted you. You used your double jump super high. Then you air dodged high, right? And I scared you with my full hop. And then after that, I hit you for free since you had no air dodge since you used it early. And then when you went up that high, you had no jump from way earlier. And if you are someone that wasn't paying attention to that, you might have tried to jump again, right? In which case, you're not going to try and air dodge. You could have air dodged, but you tried to jump because that's your habit in that situation. And I caught you for free. And that setup had happened from preparation from a long time ago. And by that I mean like a couple of games ago, even just from talking about that situation, right? And that's stuff you can use basically forever. It's like it's not your combo, but it's a situation you can set up and replicate. I've gotten you in that up tilt situation probably like 5 or 6 times now where you'll jump early.